Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Jessica M. Harris here, and we are back with another video, you guys. And yeah, so real quickly, for those of you who are brand new to the channel, welcome in. This channel is all about keeping you encouraged on your faith walk journey of love, life, and truly everything in between. And I really just want to encourage you in this hour to really just embrace who you are and embrace the skin that you're in. Listen, I understand personally, firsthand, what it feels like to not love what you look like in the mirror type of thing, whether it's the physical beauty, whether it's the internal beauty, whether it's just, just how you feel about yourself overall, because maybe there's mistakes and things like that in your past that you've done they may have caused you to not feel worthy and things of that nature. Like, I get it. I wholeheartedly have been there before, and I'm so grateful and so glad for deliverance, and honestly just so grateful for a shift in the mindset, to be real. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because sometimes we don't realize that the very reason why we don't do things is because there's a whole block right now on how we see ourselves, on how we feel about ourselves, whether or not we feel as though we are worthy of receiving good things, whether or not we feel as though we are worthy of allowing God to work inside of us, and truly more, right? It's a whole mindset shift for real that has to take place. And that's something for me that I had to really allow God to work on for a while, to be honest, because I don't know, it was just a lot of stuff. Again, for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my journey started 3 years ago. Like, literally around this time, like January 2021 is when the journey really kicked off. Now, I knew of God before that, but when God really came into the room of my life, he came in and rescued my son in September of 2020. But when he came for me, he came in January 2021, and that was a whole swoop of just stuff. He really re-encountered me. I made a video that I have to actually post, but I think I called it the reintroduction. God gave me a reintroduction of who he really was, and not just who I thought of him as. And in that reintroduction, he really helped me to see more of him and who he is, and the power that's inside of him, and the power that he's given me at the same time. I feel like sometimes we see ourselves in the mirror, and all we see is the reflection of what other people have said about us. We see the reflection of what other people have done to us. But are we really seeing the reflection of who God has called us to be? Do we see the reflection of who we are becoming? Sometimes it's hard to see the reflection of who you're becoming and who you're called to be when you've been jaded, right, by the things of this world, when you've had people hurt you, when you've had people misuse you and abuse you, when you've had people say things to you that weren't the nicest or kindest of words. Oftentimes it causes you to see yourself from a distorted perception. That's like me looking at myself right now, recording this video. I can see me, right? I see my face, I see my glasses, I see me, you see me, right? But if I looked at things in my life based off of the perspective that other people see me, I'm gonna move the camera for a second, I'd probably be looking at myself like this, right? I'd probably be looking at myself like that, right? Like all types of off, right? You wouldn't be able to have a full focal point, a full focus on what you actually see. You wouldn't be seeing the full picture in its full entirety. Why? Because your distorted version and distorted picture of the person that you're looking at in the mirror, yourself, right, is off at an angle. And oftentimes it may not even just be an angle, but sometimes you're physically seeing something that isn't there. I remember the first time that I came to Texas, I didn't have an opportunity to have scales. I didn't have weight scales, right? Scales that you go on to check your weight. So I didn't have a scale or anything of that nature. And the clothes that I came to Texas with were the clothes that I was already using. But what was happening was that I was losing weight in the midst of my journey, right? Because I did a lot of, me and God did a lot of walking, God. We did a lot of walking. Not intentionally of me. I wasn't walking to work out. I was walking because I was part of the contract work that I did. It was just part of what I was doing in general. And then God also was leading me to certain foods that I could not eat. You got heard me on one of my other videos recently, right? I told y'all how I came back to Texas and immediately there's just certain foods I can't eat. Like my body literally just doesn't agree with some of the foods here, that's here. And it may not even, I don't even think it's like the Texas concept. I really just think that God is bringing my body into alignment with the lifestyle, there we go, that I need for the future version of me. Because I believe by faith that that's what he's doing. I've heard other people say that, and I'm witnessing it literally taking place in my life. So I can only believe that what they have said is the very thing that God is doing in my life, for sure. Right? But anyways, I'm sharing that part with you because I need you to understand that sometimes when I was in that place there, the first time around, I didn't see I saw yes, I was starting to embrace more that I was beautiful. But I was looking like, bruh, my clothes ain't fitting God. I didn't have money to buy new clothes. I didn't have a way to check the scale. So I really didn't know if I was losing weight, not losing weight. And honestly, I didn't even really care if I was losing weight or not losing weight. I was just frustrated that my clothes were looking frumpy. And I was just looking like, God, this is not it. Like, clothes not fitting, this not fitting. I knew things were feeling a little bit looser on me. And I was just in my feelings. And I remember making videos, and for those of you who don't know, prior to me actually really sharing my journey on YouTube, I didn't really do cameras much like that. If somebody was to say, hey, send me a selfie of you or a picture of you, I probably didn't have one. I have thousands of pictures on my phone of my children and thousands of pictures of other people, but I barely have pictures of myself. And the few that I did have were not really me by myself, dressed up, hey. No, they were just a quick snapshot of me and my daughter or me and my boys. That was it. I didn't take pictures of myself. I sat there and was really going through my phone one day back in 2022, and I was really looking at if because someone needed photos of me because they wanted to put it on a flyer. And I remember going through my photos looking I don't even have a full body picture. Nothing in the last year at all. Nothing in the last year that I have a full body picture of, because I really, and that's crazy because I didn't even realize that I wasn't embracing me. I thought I was. I thought that I had embraced me to the best of my abilities. Granted, prior to that, I had been pregnant, and then, COVID, between pregnancy, COVID, then the aftermath of pregnancy, so the postpartum part, my body was trying to adjust essentially for that part there. And then I was trying to adjust, we got COVID happening, we got 3 children now, there's a newborn, all these things were taking place all at the same time, you guys. So a lot of things for me personally wasn't a big priority. My priority was my children. It was me focusing on them. But I didn't realize that by me focusing so much on them, I was losing myself in the process. Now, I'm not yeah, we're not gonna talk that. We're not gonna even dive into that conversation. That's a whole different topic. I don't want to go on a tangent, so I had to pause. We're gonna stay focused on the topic here. So anyways, right, but that was it. So back to the story. When my friend sat there and was reintroducing these pieces to me back in August of 2022, I remember her messaging me because she saw one of my videos. She saw, I think I made a reel or something like that. And at this time I had a podcast. Now my podcast, I will talk, I'll be excited, I'll be amped, I'll be like, yo, what's going on? Welcome to Ignite Your Glow, right? Because my personality would shine through in the audios. But when it came to doing the visuals where you had to see me, y'all, it would be where's your energy at? Where's your personality at? I know this personality is there because I've seen it. I know this personality is there because I've heard it. So why isn't she showing up on the videos? Why is she hiding in the backdrop when it comes to showing her face, but she loud and bold when there's no camera on her? I remember the Spirit of the Lord had my friend tell me, I need you to see that you're beautiful. And I need you to see that you have been transformed. And I need you to see that whatever weight you thought was on you, the Lord is shedding it off. And not only is he shedding off the weight, but when people hear you and when they're watching you, they're not even paying attention to that part. They're looking at you because there's a glow that's taking place about you that's different. There's a joy to you right now. There's just a glow. There's something glistening off of you. There's that glow, that shininess, the brand new, right? It was just there. And I remember reading her text message, and I remember having to take it in at the fact that I was looking at myself from an old lens. It's funny because this lens conversation has popped up over the weekend when I went to a prophetic pop-up. It had popped up on someone else's video. I know the Lord has talked about lens even to me and to my friends over the years. So it's just a word that is just popping up like everywhere. Like, it's not a new context, but I love that the Lord will use it even now just to bring forth a better understanding for it. So when he brought up the lens part this weekend, they were talking about it from seeing yourself in an angle when it comes to spiritual gifts. When I heard about it from a different young lady, she was talking about it when it comes to being transformed. When the Lord is looking at me, I'm like, God, I get it because we've been there. I get it because I can see how you've highlighted that when I look at things from a certain angle, right, or a certain perspective, it can look a little bumpy. It could look a little jaded, right? It could look a little like, that's not quite the angle, right? Like I told y'all, like, y'all could look at me this way, like, y'all see me, but you don't really see me, right? Like, you can't really see me, like, you see a part of me. But when I put it back into position, there's a focus point, right? The lens are now focused properly. I don't know how to mess with my phone to make it real blurry, but if I could make it real blurry, you could look real blurry, and then now it's fine focus, right? So there's different elements when we think about our lens and how we see ourselves. In that in that particular season of my life, I had to understand that the fogginess that I was looking through wasn't the proper lens. I had to understand that the Lord actually was clearing things up for me. And if I would take a moment to take off the old lens and put on the new lens to see the new that he was walking me into, I would see that the transformation that he did wasn't only on the inside of Jessica, but that it was literally coming out that it was coming outside as well. That others were able to also see that same transformation taking place. But I had to get into a space with him to actually see that. And when she said that, she challenged me. She was like, listen, I'm going to need you to love on you some more. Now, this wasn't a new concept for me, but because I was in a new season, because I was in a new area physically, there was things that I didn't do the same as what I had done before, right? So now I needed to go into my toolkit, my toolbox, right? And grab some of the things that I used to do. I used to be in the mirror, not all the time, but here and there looking at myself like, aw, right? I used to put makeup on. I used to put eyeshadow on. I used to get dolled up, right? I used to enjoy presenting myself in a different way. I used to do those things. But because of life experiences and things that had taken place, a lot of that stuff fell by the wayside. And I'm not saying you must go and buy all this makeup. No, listen, I tried to buy makeup, I think on 2 occasions, and I did not feel it in my spirit to buy makeup. But I used what I had. Ironic enough, I had an old eyeshadow palette that had never been used. It was just sitting there. So that's when y'all see me with eyeshadow, it's an old palette that is like, I don't even know how many years I've had that. I just use it because it's what I have. But as far as like me going to go buy makeup, I don't. Jessica does not feel led to go buy makeup. I don't say that I don't have anything against makeup. I just don't feel led to go buy it. So I don't. That's just, yeah, it is what it is. But I also know that God, for me, has highlighted embracing my beauty, like my natural beauty. And that was an area that I struggled a lot in. When I was in Texas the first time around, I'm a person who I like to have earrings. And these are real basic for Jessica. Like, if you've known me like in my younger years, and when I say younger years, I mean like in my 20s, my teenage years, y'all, I used to have big earrings, bodacious earrings, bold earrings, statement earrings that gave a statement, earrings that would make people pause when they were walking to do a double take and be like, yo, where did you get those? Like, that was me. I loved earrings that if your earrings stood out, I would be like, listen, I just gotta tell you, your earrings are on fire right now. Like, they just look amazing. Like, I love your whole accessory right now. Like, it just looks gorgeous. Why? Because that was me. I was that person. I didn't really do rings and stuff like that. Necklaces, they're okay. But I liked earrings. I loved earrings, like big, bold statement earrings. That was my jam. That was my thing. But being a mom and life and everything else, I stopped doing that. So when COVID came and when I had to leave, and after COVID came and I had to leave and go to Texas the first time around, I didn't wear earrings. I think I had maybe 1 or 2 pairs of earrings, and I think both of them broke just from use and stuff like that. And I remember just being so like, God, I don't want to go outside, without earrings, because I feel like I'm missing something. I had to get out of my comfort zone and learn to love the face and the skin that I'm in without earrings. And I think I did that for almost 9 months. I probably had earrings a few times on my journey, but the bulk of that journey, I didn't have access to my earrings. I had to learn to just be comfortable with just Jess. I had to learn to just be comfortable without doing my hair in like, extravagant lifestyles like the twist that y'all see me have. And I say extravagant on the count that it's not my hair. Well, it's my hair because I bought it, but it's not like my hair that grows out of my own head. Like, no. But it's that concept, right? Like, there was some things that I had to like get out of my feelings about and embrace what I did have. I had the ability to put my hair in ponytails, right? I did have a flat iron, but it's too hot in Texas to do flat irons, y'all. Like, it just don't even make sense. It didn't for me. I think I did it a few times and I was like, this is pointless, because by the time I would flatten my hair, it just would just floop and fluff. But anyways, right? That's what I mean. I had to get comfortable with me. So in a season where I was not physically comfortable, God was really trying to strip away my old mindset about how I saw me and embrace the raw, natural beauty of me. And then also understanding that anything that I add on to it is nothing but an accessory. It's not needed. It's just an add-on. These glasses are an add-on. I mean, yeah, your girl need glasses to see a little bit. I could see, but the glasses help me see more, right? But the earrings, I don't need to have earrings if I go out the door. If I forget my earrings, I'm not in my feelings. If I forget my earrings, I'm not having to go back and driving home 2 miles away, right? If my hair isn't in the twists and things of that nature, I may be in my feelings for like a second. Like today, I'm looking like, God, my hair needs some extra love. But that's coming. That's coming. For those of y'all who are into hair and you got some remedies or some products you know about, let me know. Because your girl's hair is thirsty. It needs some moisture, some love. So if you got products, just let me know in the comments, your website, and then I will visit and make my determinations from there. Or if you know some home remedies, listen, throw it out, because I would like to know. But yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm saying this part here. Like, you're literally seeing me, like, this is the unfiltered version, right? This is literally the unfiltered. Like, y'all see I got loose hairs there and loose hairs there. I don't ever have my edges done because I've tried, and your girl here, I don't know. Someone's got to teach me how to do edges. Like, I know my daughter can do it, though. She be doing edges, and I just be looking like, I don't even know how you can do edges, but apparently she can. I ain't got time to be sitting on YouTube University, y'all. I tried. It ain't work the way I needed it to. So I don't. That's why when y'all see me in my hairstyles, I don't do edges, because I literally just don't know how to. It is what it is. I'm not, listen, y'all can come for me. It is what it is. Anyways, but you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm showing you. This is just this is literally regular. The only thing I have on is Carmex. Oh, and I do have mascara on, and that was just because I wanted the eyelashes to be a little bit bolder. But aside from that, that's it. Like, y'all. And this is who I had to learn how to love. This is who I had to learn how to embrace. This is who I had to learn to say, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's okay to love yourself in your different seasons, in the midst of your transitions. It's okay. I may not have all the X, Y, and Z, but I love me. And I'm learning to love me even more daily because the Lord loves me. And I had to learn that when I can put on his perspective of how he sees me and then love me from that same place, y'all, you become unstoppable. Why? Because you know for a fact that you are who God created you to be. And he's continuously transforming us daily as we continue to renew our minds inside of Christ. So that is Jessica's, I want to be like, that is my TED Talk for today, you guys, on just embracing who you are. But yeah, embrace who you are. God loves you, and you got this. Also, if you are a woman in Christ, for real, I need you to go in the links in the description box and join my email list. Yes, I do have a Facebook community as well that you can join, but I would much rather have you on my email list, at least to start things off with. So this way you can at least get updates, newsletters, and X, Y, and Z from there. Join the email list, join the community. I will do an email blast sometime this week as well, giving you guys updates in a general sense and some more encouraging words and tips in X, Y, and Z as well. But yes, join us, join me. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you, and have an amazing day. And listen, you are beautiful. Bye for now.